everyone, back in the shed here today with my exciting garage sale treasures from Saturday. I only went to a couple of garage sales today. They were gated community type things. The one was, there was nothing there. I'd been there a few times before. And the other one was not too bad. First time I'd been in there before, so that's where this stuff came from. So the first item that I got to show, this is an old flat iron. Not sure how old these are, to be honest. I'm guessing this is from the 1900s to the 1920s or whatever. Whenever electric irons became popular. So this guy, you would just sit it on your stove, get it nice and hot, and then iron your clothes with it. So the iron part, the bottom part is kind of, they're quite common, you run across them, but you don't run across them complete with the handles very often. The handles ended up getting separated over the years. So this one I think is this one is a Taylor Forbes, Guelph, Ontario, Canada. Well, that's kind of cool. Actually, I haven't seen one of these. I've got one or two of these in the house somewhere, but I actually haven't seen one of these for sale for quite a while. Like I say, complete with the handle stuff. So I scooped that up. Take the price tag off in case anybody discovers this. Next thing, this is a little, what they call a block plane. If you have just want to take a very thin cut off of a small piece of material, you'd use this block plane. I've actually been looking for one of these for a while. Don't use them very often, but just the odd time, like say if you're making, I don't know, some kind of a drawer or something. Just gives you a chance to just take a little bit off the end, just to get your finish fit done. So I got this guy. The blade's not bad. It needs to be sharpened. Sharpen these with a whetstone. It's got a couple little nicks in it, but it's not too bad. So I was kind of, like I said, I've been looking for one of these for a little bit while, so I was happy to get that. This is a tripod, camera tripod, and I bought this from a woman. Her father was a professional photographer, apparently, and she was telling me he lived to be the ripe age of 104. This was his kind of like a travel tripod, I guess. So I'm guessing if he lived to be 104, she was getting up there in age herself, so I'm not sure how old this thing would be. It's probably, my guess would be from the 50s. It's made in Germany. It's Ballora, Germany. Oh, Billeret, Germany. So it's really well made. So yeah, it's got little rubber feet on it there, just works on friction. It doesn't have any actual stops on the legs, it just works on friction. But I thought that might work good with that little action camera I bought. And it actually, it'll telescope out to about this long, I think, something like that. You can tell it's old though, like the legs are actually made out of brass, so I think the manufacturer stopped using brass a long time ago. Anyways, I thought that was kind of cool. And like I say, it's probably I'd have to guess it's probably like 50 years old at least. It says it's made in Germany. It says made in Germany on it. Like some of the stuff you'll get, they'll say made in West Germany before Germany was reunified. But I think it's definitely, I don't think it's prior to the war, but I would say after the war, German photography cameras and stuff like that was really high end. So Again, like I said, I'd guess it's from the 50s, but yeah, it's kind of a cool little thing. So like I say, I'm going to put my little Sony Action Cam on there and give that a try. So this is an old woodworking saw. This is the kind of saw you'd use for, you know, like dovetails and stuff like that, I guess, like more of a, more finish work. Now this is an old guy, like this part here is all brass. The screws and everything in here are brass as well, which is not too uncommon on hand saws, but I've never seen one that's where this part up top here was all brass. And this is the Rob Sorby cast steel. It's made in Sheffield, England. Yeah. It's got kind of a kangaroo logo on it. This is definitely an old guy though. You know, I guess this is probably 60, 80 years old easy. It's heavy. Actually, this one, the woodwork's quite ornate on it. Usually don't see them quite this fancy. So I bought this for $2. I think it's almost $2 worth of brass in it. I would say it's pretty heavy. So, but anyways, I figured it needed a good home. That's why I like this stuff. Anything that's survived this long, I like to try and bring it home and give it a new home. It was kind of funny. I bought this, there was a garage sale right next door to this guy, so I was packing the saw. I went over to see what the other guy had to sell, and he was from England originally. You can just tell by his accent. So he was eyeing the saw. Oh man, he said, that's great. He said, where did you find that? And I said, well, your neighbor had it. And so his wife said, well, you should have gone next door and looked at Fred's stuff. And anyways, like I say, that's kind of a cool handsaw like that. This was built to last. I mean, this is when you know, a tradesman would start his trade and finish his trade with a tool like this. So I got that, and I got a couple of cookbooks. That's these Companies Coming cookbooks. I actually like to do a lot of cooking. I try and cook whenever I have a chance. So I was just looking through these recipes. This one's for light casseroles. Casseroles are always good to make when you're pushed for time. Quick meal. And then this one is pasta. I love pasta. I love cooking Italian food. So I just skimmed through them. Looks like there's some decent recipes in here. These Companies Coming cookbooks used to be popular. I don't know about in the States, but I know in Canada they're popular here. I want to say about 10, 20 years ago. But yeah, 50 cents a piece. Can't go wrong with that. And then this. So this guy's an old torpedo bottle, they used to call these. So it's got a bit of discoloring inside. Actually, I might try and clean it up if I get around to it. Just put some CLR, diluted CLR in there, let it set for a while. Probably take a lot of that out. It's in pretty good shape. Even the top here is not that much chipping or anything on it. This one's just plain though. It would have, back in the day, it would have had a paper label on here, I guess. The ones that are desirable and worth more money are the ones that have got heavy embossing on them. But like this guy, it was only $2, so it's kind of a cool looking bottle. So I took it. The reason it's got this rounded bottom is that way it had to be stored horizontally on the shelf, and then that would keep the cork moist all the time. So that way the cork wouldn't dry out and the soda or whatever was in it would stay inside. So yeah, I thought that was cool for $2. What else did I know? Oh yeah. I got this little C-clamp here. I'm always, anytime I see a decent quality C-clamp at a garage sale, I buy them. This one is Brink and Cotton, Bridgeport, Connecticut. So this is a good quality one. not like, basically all these C-clamps and stuff like that come from China now, and obviously the metal's not as good in them, but this is a good quality one from back in the days, probably from the 60s, I would guess, something like that. So anyways, can never have too many C-clamps. I've got them scattered all over the shop. I've got a whole bunch over there, but like I say, anytime I buy them, or anytime I see them and they're decent quality, I always buy them. So these are actually pinking shears. And these are made by, who are these made by? Yeah, they're made in England, which is not surprising. Heinz Patton, double hollow ground. Looks like Bergen and Ball, something like that. So these are pinking shears. So these are if you you got your sheep in there, you want to give them a little haircut. This is what you'd use. Actually, I've never seen a pair of these for sale anywhere. So I thought I'd grab these. Not that sharp, but I don't have any sheep to shear anyway. So these are pretty old as well. Yeah, there's no kind of a date or anything on here, just as patent pending or whatever. But like these are probably easily from the 40s, I would say, something like that. So I thought those were kind of cool. I don't know if they still cut or not. Let's see. Sort of. Well, like I say, they're designed to cut sheep's wool. So like I say, I thought those were kind of cool. Never seen them before, or for sale before, so I thought I'd grab them. So that's all the treasures for this week. Like I say, I only hit 2 sales, and this is all from one. So try again next weekend. They're starting to get more and more as the weather improves. There's more garage sales, so hopefully I'll hit a few more next weekend. So I'm out here in the shed. Before I put that stuff away, I'm just going to have enjoy a quick beer, and this is Czechvar beer. This is one of my all-time favorite beers. If you haven't tried Czechvar beer, try some. So anyways, that's it for now. Cheers.